Hey.
Back in Sweden.
Yes, you are. And
Yes, I am.
did you bring the heat with you? No.
Ish. Stockholm is very nice today. It's a little cloudy, but
Right.
yeah,
We
no
had a
no
nice.
complaints.
We have fairly good weather. It's Tadeus, my son's last week uh, on summer, break.
Oh,
Yeah.
make it
So
count.
yeah, his mother went back to work this week, so it's me and the little guy.
Hmm.
Uh, so we've been hanging out in the city today.
Cool.
Freeloading, kind of. So we visited a friend of mine that has a restaurant in the central part of Gothenburg, and we always get some freebies over there. And then we
Mm.
went over to an ice cream place that's run by another friend of mine. So we got free ice cream and hang out with them. So
Very nice.
yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good
Yeah, I think learning the lesson of the joy of getting free stuff
day. Oh, free
is,
stuff
at
is
a
awesome.
young age is important.
Yeah, yeah. And also, it's a little bit like, oh, I know the guy who operates this place. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. He doesn't have to wait in line.
yeah, yeah. And by the way, good news from you, right? You are
Yeah,
moving into your new studio.
got access to a studio today. But as you can see, I'm still streaming from my living room.
Yeah.
That is because there is no internet yet. And I've already reached out to the people I'm supposed to reach out to, but they're of course on holiday until Monday next week.
Of
So
course.
I will be doing some furnishings this week, maybe a little bit of construction, but
Yeah.
there it is.
It's not much yet, but it
It's
will
not
be.
much, but it has a window. It is incredibly cheap,
Yeah.
and we're gonna make it sick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make some 3D models. Gonna figure out what to put where. You've already seen my
Yeah.
traveling
Do,
setup,
do, do,
so
do,
I'm gonna have to outdo myself a little bit and
do
go
you have the
crazy.
3D model up on your screen?
Well, I mean, I can pull it up. Give me two
It's not much yet,
seconds.
but
No, there's nothing yet. I mean, here you can change over to my screen. SketchUp is loading, and let's see. Let me just here choose the orbital tool, and I mean, I made a
hum,
box basically
humble
with a window.
beginnings, humble beginnings. But you did take the measurements, so these measurements are.
Yeah,
Oh,
I used a laser measurement, but none of the walls are truly perpendicular. So if you use really accurate measurement instruments, the only thing you find out is that your house is crooked. You
that's the
know,
truth. Absolutely.
so it's better to be a little bit fluid.
Yeah.
But next time you see this, hopefully I'll have the shelf in the desk, and then there's a little chest of
So
drawers
so
over
I used
here.
to do a little bit of woodwork back in the
Uh,
days.
Nice.
And when you work with wood, measurements are of course important. Of course, I
Mm,
mean that goes without saying. But then I have a friend of mine, and he works in metal, and he welds stuff.
yeah.
You're a welder too.
Yes,
So
I am.
in metal, there is no margin of errors. Uh, a lot of
No,
things need to be very, very. You can differ like a millimeter or two or whatever, right?
if
But
you want it to be a good, strong weld, you're going to need a fit that's almost
perfect.
perfect. But you know what? I mean, if you do like titanium welding, the first pass is autogenous. You don't add any filler metal to the first pass. So it has to be absolutely perfect. And
Mm,
then you go over that and add filler metal to get a really beautiful bead,
mm.
which I think is kind of cheating. In steel, you only get one pass.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you do another pass, which you could, but you'll stress the metal, everything's going to go out of whack. It's
Mm,
it's no
mm.
good. So yeah,
No,
fit
it's a different
fit
ball
is
game.
important.
Again,
Yeah,
in woodworking with carpenting, you can quote unquote cheat a little bit.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, I've built walls from almost like scrap wood that is just like lying around, and it doesn't really matter
Nice.
because you build the construction, then you cover everything with
Do I sense a sort of a parable with software development coming?
a little bit. No, well, now that you're saying that, it's Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good question. There is
Is
probably a lot of
is it more like woodworking or is it more like metalworking?
um, you know what? I would say that front end is woodwork, and I would say that back end is a
Is
little bit
metalwork?
more like metalwork because
Oh,
you need
that's
to
what we both
access.
prefer the
Yeah,
back.
probably. No, but you need to access the right data at the right time. You need to actually do the right thing to it before you send it off to the front end people, and then the front end people fuck it up anyway. But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
so basically they present stuff right to the end user.
See, in welding, there's a saying that like the what I lack as a welder, I look for in a painter. So,
Ah,
you know, a good painter is going to make fun of you for having terrible welds, but
mm,
they will make them look
mm,
spectacular.
mm. So that would be the
Um,
other way around. So that would actually mean that the back end people can f things up, and the front end people can still make it look good.
I mean, if experience has taught us anything, is that you know anything that can go wrong will.
Will go wrong. That's the
And
truth.
things can go wrong in extremely creative ways. But most of the time, of course, it's just a typo.
But like 90% of the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's you should feel lucky when it's a more interesting error. But oh, look, we have a task ahead of us. It's been a while. We have to refresh our memories a little bit on what we did.
Yeah. So in theory, we're gonna work with more user roles. Uh, we are working on the project Art Nouveau, which is a platform that will connect artists with developers in order to perhaps transform or make the digital realm more available to creative people, to artists, and so on. We'll see about that, but we've covered the functionality where we allow a specific type of user, which is an artist, to to create a project. And now there's time to add more user roles, which will of course be the developers, see what that user role can do. So we're going to work a little bit with authorization. But before we do that, we probably need um, to refresh our memory, right? Where we are and what we've done, because we've been away from this for a week now. I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that the Twitch stream is actually running, and it looks like it is. Okay, so you know, we do have a GitHub projects for that very purpose.
Do you have it up on your screen?
I do have it up on my screen,
Mm.
so let me
Let's
make
have a
it a
look.
little bit bigger because no one can read that. Um, well, we have our backlog, our in progress, our in review, and done. And you know, we still have this thing that's marked as in review, but I have a feeling like we actually merged this.
I guess we did.
But there's an easy way to find out, which is to head over to the Art Nouveau repo and have a look.
No, there's a pending PR.
Well,
No, no, no. That's
no,
the
but this is
viewport.
an experimental PR.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So that's what I was thinking. We merged it and then we did a little bit of experimental PR when we wanted to check for different viewports,
Yeah,
running specifically Cypress with different viewports,
yeah,
which
yeah.
we
Which
had.
is could be a
Oh,
good. Yeah,
Thomas, you
uh,
did something to this, huh?
yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
Because
we
last
ended.
time I checked,
Yeah, we ended on a bad note, right? So we were having issues
well,
with
no, I mean, it was running the way we expected it to. It was just not finding the hamburger menu and clicking on the right
yeah,
thing.
yeah. But then
Uh,
I remember when we actually found the menu, we were
mhm,
running into issues that the user we authenticated, um,
right.
yeah, was disappearing. Okay,
Hmm.
so I have some updates on that. So let's start with that and then
Yeah.
go back to the project. But what I will do now on my screen is to just move this artist can create project to done, right? Because it's that
Yes.
has been merged. So we're just gonna move
Fully
it,
agree.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So actually, so some interesting stuff happened in that experimental PR, which is the,
Mm.
as that added method to run our specs on various viewports. Let me see if I can pull this up. Where's my terminal? I didn't start it. So, okay, let's start the terminal. That's easier to actually code. Right, so I'm gonna make this bigger. CD projects, art, Nouveau. There we go. Right, and I will open this up in my code editor. And so the thing, now it comes back. You see, the problem, this is a fixed solution, so I fixed this problem, but then there was something else that was failing. But the problem was that when we were on the iPhone X viewport, the hamburger menu showed up, right? But the
Hmm.
hamburger menu itself, I was able to find it using some data aerial or whatever. But when you clicked on it, that was actually treated as a regular click.
Oh,
So the whole page reloaded. That was causing us
mhm.
to lose this authentication. Do you understand?
I understand.
Uh, and so what I did to fix this is to add this if statement and also
Hmm.
modifying the visit application custom command a little bit, because in our original visit application we didn't pass in any arguments, right? But now I've
Yeah.
allowed it to take an argument, so I can actually navigate I can authenticate. No, I can visit the application to a specific view, right? Which is in this case projects create. That was the only way I could do this without um, without clicking on the hamburger menu, basically.
Hmm.
Just that. And so let me see, on commands I just right, I just modified it to look like this. I'm just saying visit application and path, and if there is a path, we visit the path, otherwise we visit the root path instead.
Yeah.
Right. But and the only, for whoever is listening, why do you have a custom command for this, is because we want to stub out, we want to intercept the call for all the projects.
Hmm.
So that's basically what we're doing. Uh,
Saving ourselves a bit of code.
yeah. Um, so I modified it, and let's see if this works. Let me see. Yeah, so I kept two of them, iPhone X and MacBook 16. I was
Hmm.
experimenting with it. So let's see if I can do nvm use 16, right, and then yarn Cypress. Let's see if this works now. But there was something else failing for me. I can't really recall what it was. I didn't go totally green on everything. Okay, now you are opening up on
Uh,
different
according to our
stuff.
continuous integration, it's looking good.
It does? Oh, perhaps it does.
Yeah, we got that green check mark. I mean, we are running our tests inside of GitHub Actions, so
Oh, oh, that's good.
we can
Then
with a
perhaps I
good
fixed it, but
conscience.
perhaps
But
my
there's one
message.
thing that looks weird because if you look at your screen now, when you go into the iPhone, see how the input fields have kind of stayed in phone dimensions.
Yeah,
Was that always the case? I can't
I
remember. I know.
think we never fixed that actually.
Oh, okay, good, good, good.
I think we, yeah. No. I'm going green across the board. But let me just run all. So
Yeah.
because some of them are, there's only one test that is running on multiple viewports. Let's see. And still, the way I look at it, it's still an experimental thing, because I don't know whether this is the, you know, as I said last time, it prolongs uh, the entire thing, right? You run
Yeah.
all the tests twice, basically. Um, so I'm not 100% sure whether we should keep it or not. There are
Hmm.
some gotchas, as I said. It depends a little bit on. I mean, this is a Chakra UI thing because they did that. The hamburger menu is being treated the way it is. Now
Yeah.
everything is going green, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Now that's good. So you know, should we not? I don't know. Um, I bet I believe that this should be exported to some global setting. You know,
Hmm.
um, and then adding this if we want to run everything on multiple viewports, then we have to modify our tests a little bit. uh,
We will. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. We could we could merge this and just keep it. I mean, this is I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should merge it because it'll be very easy to refactor this particular test out to include the others, and then of course we shoot ourselves in the foot at the time. But at least we have it somewhere in our test suite.
Yeah, and it's
So
documented.
I'm
Yeah, so
yeah
sure,
I'm
sure. Let's why don't you go on and
all
merge
right. I
this.
think we might even have
Do you have a chore for this, by the way?
refactor. Sure. No, we do not.
No, let's create one then. Let's just add an item. So I'm just gonna say chore,
Hmm.
uh, add method to run specs on multiple viewports, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And we will move this in first in progress. Why is it marked a draft, by the way? Why
Uh,
do I have to convert it to an issue? Oh, I keep forgetting how we do this.
I think you convert to an issue.
All right,
Try that.
and add it to the Art Nouveau issue, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then can we edit this? Yeah, we can edit this. Can I say label chore? Right, there we go. Then I don't have to have it here, right? Um, um, and we don't necessarily have to describe. Well, we can edit this running. We want to run specs on various viewports to see if the UI is consistent, or if it works. Simple. That's it.
Hmm.
Let's just keep it very simple. Okay, so I'm gonna close this, and then we're just gonna go into review,
Hmm.
and basically you can take over and do a quick code review of this one, right?
Yeah, right. So let's just do that as quickly as we can. I changed the title so that we
Yeah.
match what we're tracking it with. Nothing weird there. Chore add method to run specs multiple viewports. So we start with the files changed. We have the test itself, which gives us this new array, and then iterates over each of them. Da, 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 da. Sounds great. Where is the actual command here, viewport? Okay, so right, so then we have this little magic of passing in where we visit the application.
Now that I look at it, we could actually use the same thing on.
Does this
Yeah.
mean
We don't necessarily have to. The
when you
only
do it
difference is
this
line
way?
18, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can
but
just
when
use the same. Now that I changed the visit application, we can just change, to just include line 13 and 14 for all viewports. Just that. We don't
yeah,
necessarily have to click that. So you want me to change that?
yes, I think that's good. I'm also worried, like if we if we solve this error of of it reloading the page when the user clicks on the hamburger menu, doesn't that still persist if we instead solve it programmatically like this by visiting project/create?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Also, I just see that I added something in the navigation JSX on the prevent
Okay.
default stuff. So I'm gonna remove that. So let's just
Yeah,
let's just
one more
navigate
commit.
directly to the thing. I'm just gonna make a commit real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So let's just this will be updated in a second.
All right, I will steal the issue. It's issue 4 or 19 rather.
Right. So I just updated that.
All right, so now it's gonna run some checks, which we believe to go green, right? Because they're going green for you locally.
Yeah, they all passed.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be. Let's just continue to look at the code, I think.
Yeah, I'll keep doing the actual code review.
Yeah.
So, right, we have the viewports. It's a little hard to read, you know, this kind of
Perhaps it's
view.
better if you put them side by side.
Yeah, you like to do that. How do I do that? Is it here? File.
Where is it? Is it on?
Oh,
No.
here's
No,
the
no, that's not it.
file.
No, that's not it. The three dots. Check it. Click on the three dots.
Yeah.
No, that's not you. How could you view conversation?
Is it here?
Yeah. No.
No, that's
In the
copying the
in
code.
the settings thingy.
Here, no, split.
Split. Yeah. That's that.
Apply and reload. Much better. Right. So this is way easier to read because I can just kind of focus on the right-hand side when all this stuff has been deleted. Right, so we have the viewports. We iterate over. We set the viewport depending on what iterant we're on. And then we go back to our old describe block. We visit project create. We authenticate the user as an artist. And then we expect it to be disabled off the get-go. That's fine. And then expect it to remain disabled with only one title field as value. We fill only on one thing. We still expect it to be disabled. And then we fill out the other one. It should still be disabled. And then we expect it to be enabled if both of them have values. So we do bloom, 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 bloom. And then we expect project switch not to be disabled. Very good. And then we have a happy path, which we know we've looked at several times already, but that's and intercept the post request projects with project create successful response JSON 201 create project. So we fill out some project information. We click submit. We wait. We look that the request method actually was post. We wait, and then we look at the title and description. Okay, fair enough. And then we wait and we look at the status code for the response, which should be 201. That's fine. And here is the interesting one. We expect it to redirect to the actual project's show page for the particular instance of the project. That's great. We use include for the COI URL. That's consistent. It is expected to display a success message. So we still do this like get body, but that's just because it's a toast notification and it should say a project was created. Then we have a sad path. We have missing fields. And so we do fill out both, but the project create error response we've prepared has something to do with missing fields. So indeed, its description can be empty. Okay, that's fine. Even though we have some front-end validation, we're being responsible in testing it in case a user uses a program like Postman or what have you and sends off a request anyway, which of course is possible. So they were looking for a 422. This is all the same. And then now this is new for us, the interesting network error, where we pass in this argument of force network error to be true. Network error, nota bene, not a 500. I mean, this is like you get nothing, right? Network
Yeah.
error. So we expect it. Zut. We have a textual error here
Yeah.
on line 108 in the test file for a 500 status. We should probably just say is expected to respond with a network error
Yeah.
to be more accurate. I don't know how nitpicky
Yeah.
you want to be.
No, no, no. It's totally okay because it's not a 500. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, expected to remain on the create projects page that I like. And finally, is expected to inform the user something went wrong. Network error, please try again later. So that's very nice. So I know there's quite a bit of logic to sort this one out. So that's good. That's the test file. Now we get this nice addition to our visit application command, which can now take an argument of path. Nothing weird there with a nice little ternary and some string interpolation. It's good. I like the use of the custom commands with the possibility of arguments. It feels very
Yeah,
pro.
I was thinking I can do a little once you're done with the review. I'm considering if I should suggest a small refactoring in that thing. So carry on, and we'll see if we have some
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
There's some comment
There
without
is
code.
a
Go ahead.
comment that's not being
Okay.
used on line 44 to 47 in components project create,
Yep.
which I suggest we remove
Yep.
because we probably had a double use effect in there at some
Yep.
point.
Yep. It's gone. Absolutely.
All right, and then we have the use effect. We have the set message on the else statement. Yeah, right. Error message. Please try again later. That's very nice. Bum, 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 bum. And then down to this. Now I'm curious, right? Mobile nav item now takes data CY, so that's for our purposes of running our.
Right. The question is, oh shoots. Let's see. Right.
Is this still being used? Yeah.
Nah, shoots. Right. No. Don't think so.
Okay.
Oh. Uh, let's I'm gonna switch
Yeah.
over
Switch over,
to
rip it
first of all
out,
in nav
and run
items.
it.
In nav items, we kept these comments
Yeah.
because we just wanted to know the structure with children. I don't want to forget about this. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So let's keep that.
Yeah.
And
No, I
so we
don't care
have
about that.
navigation, and this one is. Oh, let's have a sorry. Let's have a yeah. Create project data CY. Create project, and in mobile navigation, let's have a look at data CY. Right, so it accepts that, but then, right, we're not using this. We're actually not using this for anything.
All right.
We're not using this for anything. I'm gonna remove.
So it
I'm
would
gonna
be
comment.
29 and line 14 as well. That's where you take the argument.
Yeah, let's see if we can
Uh,
remove that and run the tests.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna go that over here.
Well, just create project, maybe not the whole
Yeah, not
test
the whole
suite.
thing, right? So this one is apparently passing on the iPhone X, right? So that passed on the iPhone X, so that's good. So now we can remove this safely. But the question is, in navigation. No, desktop subnav. Is this is sublabel? This one is not taking data CY. Desktop nav. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually using it here. That's good. All right. So this one takes
Yeah, I think that one we.
nav item because we are mapping over this. Okay, so I'm just gonna check so this is the desktop nav and we're using the data CY. I'm just gonna see if we are using this on mobile nav item, mobile data nav, mobile item, okay, so it's mobile nav. Oh shoot, label, and then we're passing in this.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to go to mobile nav item,
Mm-hmm.
and the mobile nav item is only taken label children ref, and this one is not used. So this one behaves a little differently from the other, but we're not using data CY. Let's
Yeah,
leave it
you
at
know
that
what?
now. Yeah,
I don't like that line 23 still has that href thing
yeah,
because that means that if someone clicks on that flex, we are reloading the application and we may lose state completely, right? Didn't we
shit,
didn't we do this for the desktop nav?
we did.
Yeah, and then you had to add like an on click instead, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all coming back. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And then we got and then we were really we were a little bit salty when we figured that one out. Do you remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit. Yeah. Well, okay, no, but it's good we're catching it now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
But
then maybe we'll be able to get rid of the if statement in the test file.
so this is what we need. On click, navigate, nav item href,
That's got to be it, right?
and nav item href is right,
It's going to be projects create
right.
for this one.
This shouldn't be called href. This should be called a view,
Agreed.
but it is called href now, so it's not our. But okay, so basically, what we need is we need to do this on click, and in the mobile nav item, remove this guy. But we should really write a test for this.
Well, I mean, in a sense, we have a test for it if you revert to get rid of that if then statement and have the test file navigate the user to the user create instead of just programmatically
Yeah, but the problem
visiting
was
it.
the problem wasn't that link. The problem was, or was it? Perhaps it
I
was
think
the
it
link.
is that link. I think because it's an href, we're no longer a registered user when we click on the mobile, and I think that problem is going to persist. Don't you
All right.
think?
Yeah, yeah. I got you. I totally. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
do. Okay, so there's no nav item. It's the href here. We're gonna remove this guy. And do we have navigate? Yes, we do have navigate. Oh God, man! You know what that means? This means that I need to rewrite this a little bit.
Yeah, but only
Yeah.
very minimally. Like it's just in the. I think you just need to get rid of
Yeah. I just need to.
the if. Where is it? It's.
I already got rid of the if.
Oh,
So
you already got rid of it, but it should be okay.
oh, because you need to click the hamburger menu.
Oh, they do need to click it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, and that
So
was a
we
pain,
will
wasn't it?
say. So we will actually. Okay. So all right. So here's the. Let's comment this one out. Let's visit the application, the root path, right?
Yeah.
Visit application like this. And if there is a root path, then I need to say I get. And that was oh, I don't remember what it was. Let's see. Do we have something here? But why aren't you? This is not using can. I don't want to using can create project. Right, this is the one. Oh, if viewport. Can we set a debugger here? Can I just set a dot only somewhere there? I just want to run one single thing, right? Okay, so here, let's reload. Oh, you're seeing my screen, right? Okay, so here
Mm.
we are in this viewport, but we haven't visited the application. Why not? Why isn't this?
Ugh.
Well, oh, come on. Give me a break. This should already
Yeah.
be executed. Just that. We should be on the page. Let's rerun
Step
this.
it forward.
Okay, let's comment this one out. And let's comment this one out. Let's run the whole thing. Right, here we are. And nothing happens now. Okay, so I need to inspect this guy. What? Where are you, you shit?
It kept running him. Good times.
What I should see? There it is. All right. Okay, let's inspect this guy. And area label, toggle navigation. This is the one. I just want to use this to identify the elements that I want to click. Just that. So I'm
I
just
understand.
gonna open this one up, and since it's an area label, I need to wrap it in this as an array, and I just want to click on it, and that should pop open. And then I want to move the debugger below. So there we go. Let's see, and it doesn't happen.
That is one
Well, it
trigger
does happen. It
happy.
does happen.
Okay.
Okay, let's rerun it again.
Uh-huh.
So he's just being slow. Little shit, huh?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so, but you see, it does show this because we're not clicking on this one. Right, because we're not clicking on that. Okay, so now I can say, okay, so now I can say, you know, I could do ci dot contains. It's not how I want to use it.
No,
Project.
but just
So,
for and maybe move the CY authenticate user up to before the if statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because ideally now we'll only need it.
But it still doesn't find it. It doesn't.
Does it have to be capitalized or something like that? Is it?
Why isn't that showing? Do I have to do this before?
No. I don't think so.
No, because I haven't visited.
Just for the sake of moving forward, put a cy.wait after line 13 and like wait for a few minutes before we try to click on any area label.
For a second?
Yeah. Let's
see.
see. Let's just see if.
See, it's right there. Create project.
Yeah, is it create project? Is it capital C? Is that why?
Yeah, it is.
And
create project. Create project. Never mind. We're gonna. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna fix this with the data CY instead. Okay.
I mean that's
because we still want
that's the gold standard.
Yeah.
That's the gold standard. So.
And then we just say, yeah, I guess here, right? Data CY equals data. Why is he giving me
No, it's temporary.
Okay. All right. So now we should change this to get CY, and that would be create project. Right, let's see if this works No, it does not. Okay, let's get rid of the MacBook 16 for now. Let's just run one single thing. He doesn't get this. Why not? Inspect this. P data CY. He has it here. Why doesn't it click it?
Create project and double check on your in your Cypress file. Are you using
Create project.
get
Create
CY, create project? And that's the A. I mean,
Yeah, this is the problem, right? It's because it's an A.
that's weird. It's very weird. Oh, wait, it can only be called on a single element, so it's getting two elements. It's finding it somewhere else.
Oh, that's why
We,
we had this.
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, I remember this now. We had this issue. So it's
we
gonna go
did.
plus. Let's just do plus mobile. That's why we had to do this. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so here we will say,
That
okay, so
is
now I need
why.
an else block. Shit.
Well, wait a minute. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Let's see if this works. Right. It does. You see?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now I can remove this dot only and run through this as a on mobile, and it will pass. And so now we're making use of the data CY, so it's better that way, but it's still a bit of a shit show, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And why does he keep running on that? Oh, because we have so many tests. Okay, I got. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So basically, now we don't need that modification to data CY. Sorry, to the custom command visit
Mm-hmm.
application, but we can keep it around anyway. All right. MacBook 60. No, come on, MacBook. There we go. Right. Sorry. Now that
It's the Swedish competitor,
Mac, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Macintosh.
yeah. Mac, 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 the knife.
Uh,
Let me just propose one thing. I know this is we are prolonging this.
no, I think actually, even though this is a bit not what we planned, this is we're actually being quite effective,
Right.
and we're
So
solving problems for the future.
in my opinion, this is too
Yeah.
much of a hard coding. This and this, right? So I'm just
Okay.
I'm considering whether
Uh-huh.
if I comment all of this out for now, and I
Mm-hmm.
just say const, factory or default settings equals, and then I say an object, and I say name random person. I'm going to be a bit lazy here. So name would be random person, and then email would be this, right? And then you say rows, and that would be this array. Okay, so now we can say that yeah, we can just copy this, uh, open this up, and here instead of this we can just say dash 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 default settings, comma, options. Okay, so we have default settings here,
Mm-hmm.
and then if we don't pass in anything,
Mm-hmm.
then they won't be overwritten, right? But if they will, if I pass in roles, then that should actually overwrite that, destructing this. It will create a new object.
Right. And but does that work like if we only pass in name or if you only
Yeah,
pass in email, will it only overwrite that one
yeah,
then?
yeah. That's
Awesome.
my theory, at least. I'm pretty sure. Let's
No,
see.
I believe you and it smells correct. I will but we're going to need to refactor some of our test files, no? To
No, I don't think we need to do that. This is just a refactor,
oh, okay.
because this is basically the same thing, but it's less hard coded, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because here we were locked into only using those three attributes. Do you understand? But whereas
Yes.
here you can pass in other stuff. I'm not saying that you
Yes.
should, but you could,
No,
right?
no, but who knows?
Yeah. But what we could do is to say that if options contain roles and roles is not an array, then we should return an error. Do you understand? But
Hmm.
then again, this is test environment, so I don't think we need to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so
All right. And then if you run the full test suite, I mean, I'm sure it's what you say it is, but
we should never be too sure.
no, no,
No,
it's best,
no, no, you were
best.
right. It was not there.
Well, but can we? Yeah,
Yeah, we will just find out in a second. Hold on.
yeah, we'll find out. I got to
Yeah.
get a larger third monitor.
So we got one error, and that pisses me off because I was so fucking confident. And now let's object name email. Name email. Should I have three dots here? Perhaps I should have three dots here. Yeah. No.
Wait, are we past? Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we need to destruct both of them. But let's see. When a user see the project listing as an authenticated user, he's expected to have current user in application state. Right. Let's just find this. Is expected to have a current.
Yeah, I think a.
There it
There
is.
it is.
Right. Right. So let's just run this and check this commands. Just change this before we do anything. Do this, and yeah, and now it passes. I used the wrong command here. I need to destruct both of them. And so now we're gonna remove this and run the entire suite again and see if it passes. It should go green now. And I will eat up those words again, I guess.
Come on. Sometimes it's got to work, you know.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Come on. It looks good.
Yeah.
Right, right. I mean, these streams are good for me and you, I think, because we are picking up small things here and there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna spend some time and penning a blog post on deconstructors and what overwrites what, not for your sake but for mine, um, because it's such a handy thing, but like I need to look under the hood a little bit, I think.
Yeah. If you want to override because without those three dots,
Yeah.
I need to name them. override this and that, right? But here we're bundling them together. Actually, I think I can show you, like if we clear this up and we go node,
Mm-hmm.
and I say const 1 equals, oh
Const.
sorry,
You're gonna get, yeah.
an object, and they say foo bar,
Mm-hmm.
and then we say baz, and then we say foo, right? So we have one constant, and then we have const 2, and that would just be foo, and now I'm going to use something else, so I will say whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if, oh sorry,
The equal sign,
yeah,
yeah.
equal sign, sorry, damn it.
And is that a curly?
And
Yeah.
and a last
I
name. There we
close
go.
it.
Okay, so two is this and one is this, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now I want to say const new a new var, right? New variable
Mm-hmm.
equals, and now I would say, oh, let's do what I just did as the first thing, right? So I
Yeah.
say dot 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 1
Mm-hmm.
comma 2, right?
Yeah.
So let's see, what is new var, right? This is
Right.
what
Right. Right.
happens, right?
Yeah.
But if I do const another var and do what I did later, right? So I say dot 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 1 comma dot 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 2,
Mm-hmm.
right?
We should
Then,
have some overriding happen,
yeah,
right?
well,
Now,
baz.
I guess my question.
Oh, because I misspelled bar. Yeah, no. Yeah. Foo is
No, that's
whatever.
fine.
And
Foo
one,
changed to whatever. How did it know to give the second deconstructed argument priority there? Is it because it just comes later, so
because
that's what gets
two
printed, or?
didn't contain the same key name. It looks at keys. Since one said Bach's foo, right?
Mm-hmm. We still have that.
Yeah. Then we keep it.
Yeah.
We only change the one that
Yeah.
is kept. But if I would do,
Yeah, if you can put
if I,
2 first and then 1,
so,
what
but
happens?
let's yeah, but let's do another. Okay, yeah, no, let's do that first. Let's do
Oh, you need the
2,
equal sign.
of course.
Yeah.
So let's do dot 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 2
Yeah.
comma dot 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 1. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right. We
So
will
now
have,
foo should still be bar.
right,
So the second argument takes
precedence, right?
precedence. Or I shouldn't say argument because it's the second
Well, yeah,
deconstructed object,
yeah.
which I can swallow. But yeah,
But what
I mean,
what if I do this? If I do const 4, is that how fourth is written? Fourth, whatever. And if I say dash 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 1,
mm-hmm.
and then I say foo equals dot 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 2. Can I do that? I don't think I
Well,
can do this.
you
No.
no.
And this will also not work because now fourth,
Yeah, foo is going to be an
yeah, it's
object
gonna be an object, right?
that has foo whatever.
So what I
All
need to
right,
do
all right.
is to say I would say 2 dot foo, which kind of defines the purpose, right?
Yeah.
And now this would be set, right? But this way is much better, the one that I highlighted.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah. And
I
now
like
we are
it.
more
That's great.
flexible
Yeah.
also, so
Yeah.
so now I can remove all of this stuff, and now we are kind of using factory settings. We can almost extract them into some fixtures, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've seen some people use the support file in Cypress for things like that.
Mm. Mm.
Um,
We don't have to
you
do it
know,
now. We can always get back to this later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there will be plenty of time
Yeah.
once we. I mean, the point is to not rush this project. The point is to pull out as many useful examples from it as possible,
Yeah.
and to have a good time, and to
Right.
look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Git CI/AM further refactors and up, clean up. Git push origin viewport experiment. Right. So now you can continue to just check the stuff that I pushed in.
Yeah, and I just saw the last commit just got pushed up here. So the only thing I really want to check on especially is this, which I just watched. We still have this CY wait in there. We might not need it anymore, but I think unless we're going crazy with a lengthy test suite, it can stay. I don't know what you think, Thomas.
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah.
Um, oh, let's remove that.
We could do we could do a CY wait and actually wait for the visit application alias.
Oh, we
That
don't
could
give
be a
it a
way
yes.
to do it programmatically instead.
Yeah. No, let's just remove it. Okay, let's
Yeah.
let's remove it.
While you do that, just want to see. Yeah, okay. This is as it was. The missing fields. Here we go. This changed the text here, so that's very good. And the commands, we now have this much fancier way, which I really like. The double destruct. Very cool. Right. This is okay. That's great.
It's
It's
a
just code
formatting
formatting,
thing,
it
right?
looks like. Just the code formatter. Here the data CY is now back, but most importantly, we have gotten rid of our evil href and instead are using a much kinder on click, which plays much better with React Router, which is what we're using for routing. So it takes a little data CY. Here we have added in navigation the current user. Sure thing. This looks a bit like, yeah, okay, so we have the current user to show the sign in and the sign up button, which actually this is a chore, a separate chore. So I may try to see what I can do with the GitHub projects beta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I got a little carried away there. Absolutely.
That's fine. I'm a firm believer in rolling chores up if possible. So I'm just gonna grab. So we only have this text, right? I'm just gonna copy that and in this thing that's in review, I'll just paste this in.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll delete this.
Good. Thank you for being so nice to me now.
Well, but we've had a few back and forth already, so like we're on the same page. So that's okay. So back to the review. Did you
Yeah, I removed the weight. Yeah, yeah.
you removed the weight? Now my only question is, are you still going green?
I am going green. Yep. I just run the whole thing.
Excellent. So we that oh no, I have to go to conversation to see the actual continuous integration. But
yeah, why is it so slow? Why?
Well, why is this so slow? It's just slow. I mean, we're running it on Ubuntu. This will finish before the OS X, of course.
Yeah. But still, semaphore is usually fast. I don't know. Perhaps it is.
I'm not sure.
Neither am I.
And
I'm just
we're
bitchy
getting
mood.
a lot for free.
Yeah. And we love free.
Um, we're getting a lot for free, or I don't know. We're given continuous encouragements to stay on the GitHub platform. Maybe I
Yeah.
should say. Um,
Microsoft has us by the balls.
yeah, it's like that. It's
But
like
they,
that.
they seem to be keeping those two companies kind of separate or something. I don't know. I don't get much of a Microsoft vibe on GitHub.
I'd be curious to know if every GitHub developer is really on a Windows box. I doubt it.
So do I.
Yeah.
There is a vibe, right? There is a Microsoft vibe around everything. And I don't get it here. I think that they keep it kind of separate.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Hard to tell. But okay, this ran. The Mac OS is running. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so it does not run them. It seems to have prepped them in parallel, but the actual run yarn Cypress CI seems to be running in succession, which is fine, I guess. But as soon as this is done, we're going to approve this and merge it.
And then we're gonna assess whether we're gonna continue or we're gonna set a
I mean,
plan
I
for.
feel like I think we should pat ourselves on the back. And that double deconstructor was, I don't know. I'm gonna. It feels really valuable for me
I think
personally,
it was a
so
good one.
I'm pretty happy.
I think that was a good
Yeah,
one. Definitely. I like this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
one.
So this is looking pretty good because the first test running passed, and that was the create project one, which is the one we're most worried about. Uh, hmm. Are you running twice? No. While using an iPhone X, right? So now it's simulating. Well, is it simulating
On
an iPhone X or is it just making the screen a particular size?
making. No, it's not. He doesn't run a simulator. No, no, no. It's just a viewport thing.
Indeed, indeed.
That would have been great, but no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. cy.press instead of .click.
Hmm.
But no, we're still clicking. We're still clicking.
Mm. I see that Gotham Chess is live on Twitch
He's a
as we.
prolific guy. He said he's quitting competitive chess
Yeah, I saw
tournaments.
that. I saw that. And Magnus Carlsen just gave up
He's
his
not
current
even going to
title.
defend his title. Yeah.
Right. Right.
I mean, I think I support them both in their decision making, and
So
I'm sure
so
they
so
both
I
have good
was I was
reasons.
listening to that particular recording. I didn't catch it live when Levy was talking about leaving professional chess, and even if it's a completely different ball game, uh,
Hmm.
where he is at, and but I totally understand the thing that he was talking about. I don't want to spend every waking moment
Yeah, yeah,
prepping, studying, doing this and that. And if you think about what we do for a living, is it's much easier, I would say. Well, I wouldn't really, well, wouldn't use the word easier, but it's very hard to compare professional chess, with software development. But we
hmm
have to stay azure, and we have to stay on top of things. Our life is much easier because when we code, we can always look things up. We can quote unquote cheat, if you talk about it in chess terms or whatever sports terms, right? Because there's nobody looking over our shoulder when we program. We can always, you know,
yeah,
find the inspiration in reference books or answers to our questions and so on. But still, just to have this thing, like you want to build engaging UIs, or you want to use some very effective or performant data structures and ways of accessing data or processing it, and
hmm
whatever.
hmm
And you have to stay on top of things at all time. And if you don't, you because I've met people telling me. I remember this guy from IBM, and he was looking at my curriculum, and he says, "Oh, why don't you use Kubernetes, or why don't you do this, and why don't you do that?" And I was like, at the end, I was like, "Why don't you go and you know I don't want to get vulgar here, but
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
because it's so easy always to for people to look at you from the sidelines, from the passenger
yeah.
view, and have opinions, and it's a totally different thing to actually be doing things, whether it's coding or being an entrepreneur or doing a
Yeah,
lot of things.
but
Uh,
also doing it, I mean, doing it in a transparent way, like Levy streaming. I mean, we're streaming now,
yeah,
in a sense where we are vad säger man offrar sig själv. You
yeah.
sort of treat other people. It sounds weird in English, but you sort of you
Yeah,
put
but
yourself
you give
out
up a little
there.
bit of yourself, and in Agile Ventures, we've had this problem over the years because we've always promoted this open learning and open process as a way to grow, and I I've always valued this thing of like, let's make mistakes, let's just dig a deep shithole for ourselves, and just dig ourselves out of it, and that's
Yeah.
there's a war story behind everything, right?
Hmm,
And I
hmm.
enjoy that a lot. And but I remember in the beginning of Agile Ventures, we had a lot of members saying, "Oh, I don't want to code in the open because then people will
Yeah.
see how shitty coder I am," which is so far from the truth, in my opinion. It's like you're
Yeah.
a great coder if you can code, um,
Y- You know,
in the open, and
yeah,
expose yourself,
I think
by
it's a huge problem that transcends, software development. I mean, I think you go to school and you write papers or you take tests, and the only people who read those papers or grade your test is your teacher.
Mhm,
It's you and your teacher, and you don't really have this like collaborative criticism,
mhm,
process like you have in art school or places where they do critiques all the time of your work in a
mhm,
classroom setting. And so I'm very happy that software development is such a field that there really is no hiding,
mhm,
and therein lies your freedom.
mhm, mhm,
Like if you can't fake it, or if you can't bullshit, and
mhm,
you just can't,
mhm.
you know, then doing the work is going to put you exactly where you need to be. And,
Yeah,
you know, I think it's great.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
that's what seduced me
yeah.
about it. And on that note, I saw a really great possible read of LGTM. Instead of looks good to me, it stands for let's gamble, try merging.
Ah, that's a good one. I love it. Let's
On
gamble
that
and try.
note,
Let's gamble on this one. Yeah, uh,
all right.
that's a cool one.
Cool. And nota bene, you're the only one who commits on this one, and it doesn't offer me a little co-author thing here, which is good.
You can add
Just
it
to
manually if you want. That's
No, I
perfectly
don't
fine.
want. I
Okay.
think
I
I
should
think
take the
this
blame.
way you'll get that email from GitHub saying, "Oh, you've been using
It could
GitHub
be, could be,
projects beta
could be,
so much."
could be.
Anyway, I'm going to delete this branch
Yep, yep.
because oh, did it automatically delete it? It's not even offering me to do it.
Uh, that's
Okay.
weird. Yeah,
All
whatever.
right.
Yeah. No, you can't delete it because it's on mine.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's
Well,
you
you
can
can
only
do with
delete the
it.
ones that are upstream
Yeah,
or on your right.
right, right, right. So that will be up to you. We can see the continuous integration is running again. Before we do anything else, I'm going to remember to check up
Yeah, so do I.
development and do
Don't
a
worry.
git pull upstream development so that I have the latest. I'll even do a git push origin development to make sure that uh, in my instance of the repo, I have the latest as well on the development branch in case something happens to my machine. Um, yeah.
And we have
Eh,
UT61 with us saying hi to both me and you. So
hey, hey.
nice to have you around. Hope you're doing fine. You haven't started the uni yet, I think, right? But I assume that you're in the process
That's
of
a
getting
little
ready.
early, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, that's awesome. So what should we do now? Well, I know that I need to get a glass of water.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can plow through a whole other feature, but maybe we could write the first test for one.
Yeah,
Your call.
I would
Your
say
call.
let's
Yeah, we'll get a glass of water, two
and
minutes, and then we go.
while you do that, while I do that, or perhaps you need to get something too. But why don't we just create a new branch for the one on top? The
Yeah.
user can register, and so on, and
Were you
just
saying that we could do these at the same time? I will see.
we shouldn't probably. We
Probably
shouldn't.
not. All right.
I'll be right
Okay,
back.
you
All
go
right.
get a glass of
Yep.
water. I'll create the new branch, make a PR, and then we'll switch.
Aye aye.
Aye,
See
aye.
you soon.
All right. So the one we will tackle is user can register as a developer to join a project. As a developer, in order to be able to join a project, I would like to be able to create an account. As a platform admin, in order to know how the platform is used, I would like to have users create accounts. So then we have all these to-dos, create account form, blah, 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 blah. So we basically did this for as artists, right? So that's why we're being cocky and think that even though this is medium, we can get away with it. But we're not going to wrap it up completely today. We're just going to work it. So this is register as a developer. So before we had, what was it called? It was called user creates artist account. So this one should be called get checkout dash B. So I'm using the shorthand for just checking out and creating a new branch, and we'll call it user creates developer account. I hopefully spelled that correctly. User creates creactus. Aha. Wow. Creates developer account. And let's open up this in my code editor on the wrong screen. Here we go. Make that a little bit bigger, zoom in, enhance. And here we have, what do we have here? Let's make this a little bigger. Let's see here. We say user can create artist account. So what I'll do is I will duplicate this, copy and paste. I'll duplicate this. I will rename it. So it says user can create developer account .cy.js. And of course, we want to change a few things here. So when user creates a developer account, before each, we still want to visit the application. No mysteries there. Welcome back, Thomas.
I'm back.
And then we want, I see we can, right, we have said that this can potentially be extracted to another. Did I copy the wrong file? No, create a developer account. When user creates a developer account as already an authenticated user, I don't think we need this at all.
No.
So I'm just going to get rid of it actually,
Yep.
because even if we have it in the other file, that should be enough. So as an authenticated user, successfully as a developer. So before each, right, we're doing a post request to auth. And we want to have a create account response for developer account.json, which of course doesn't exist yet. So if I run this now, I'll get an error. We can still call it create account. I don't mind that. We can still do this create project. Well, we can't really do this. But we can do a cy.signup with developer. Right, is this, do we have this here because we're manually signing up? Right, if I click create project, I will be taken to a sign up. But the question is, should I have?
But now I think we should take a look at the thing that we were doing in You remember this file can see project details. If we take a look at that one, perhaps that's what
In,
we want to do.
in this one, so I mean, what I'm doing here is like I copied user can create artist account.
Yeah, I know,
And
but if we think
but
about
in
it,
project detail, what do we have? Do we have a read more? Do we
yeah, but
have
we should probably see like a button join projects.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Okay. So we basically want there to be a join project that if you're authenticated as a developer, you can join, but if you're not, you should be taken to the sign up page where you can sign up as a
Mm,
developer.
mm, mm,
All right. Right. So if we want that, I need to probably add a little bit of a test here to see if it shows a join button. They can read more, and then they get to this, and they look at the body, and they look for 3D Disco and Lorem Ipsum. But there you're not expected to see a read more link for each project.
mm.
And then it says you can't do that if you're trying to navigate it to it directly. So it's almost as though this only really applies to, the artist.
Mm. Let's comment out all the other stuff, right? That we're not gonna use.
Okay. Um,
I'm thinking.
yeah. Well, I'm almost like, if we want to do it in this file, which I think we do, and follow a little bit the structure, I think we start here and then we'll add it to the other test file. By that I mean that when we do this, we say instead of create project, it's join project, right? Like that's going to be the get
Mm.
CY. Now, should that join project only be visible inside the show view, or should it also be visible in the index view?
I would say let's start with show view.
In such case, we also need to then we also need to click on a read more, right? And there I need to look at project details. Where do we do that? We do one of these. So it's going to be project one link, right? So we'll just for now do that. So we're going to intercept this. We visited the application. Do I then need an intercept for the project detail view, or are we doing
I think
that
we're
in
passing in that
application
project
state?
as a prop, so I don't think we
I
need to.
think you're absolutely right. So no more intercepts than the ones we already have in place. So then we should be taken to this place where we can sign up, where we're going to fill in user, password, and roles. And then we're going to expect this to be the same. We're going to expect this to say developer. We are going to expect a response with the 201 status. We are going to expect to redirect the user, well, to the project detail view, right? Or show project, what do we call it? Project detail view, is that the
Project, what is it called? It's
project
called,
listing
yeah,
view, maybe.
right.
So where was I? Expected to redirect user to project listing view. So it should, instead of saying projects, it should be project/1, I believe, but we can change that if that's not the one. And then this successfully as a developer. I may.
So we have a question from the newer
Yeah.
world, just saying hello first, but also if this is React, the user is working with Vue at the moment, and yes, it is very much a React application that we're building. But what you are seeing on screen right now is is Cypress. It's a specification. It's a spec, a test file that will
And
interact
this, yeah.
with the application.
And if you were running Cypress with Vue, probably your Cypress test file would look extremely similar to what you're seeing on screen right now.
Yeah, yeah,
If we're writing tests worth a damn,
yeah,
which I hope we are.
yeah. I guess.
Of course we are.
Of course, we
But yeah, sorry, I interrupted you, Thomas. Any other
are. No.
comment?
It's that's not for. So we have a question if Cypress is for unit testing, and the reason I am repeating the question is because Max doesn't see the chat
Yeah,
window.
sorry.
It's so Cypress is a end-to-end testing framework. Um, so we are basically doing everything but unit testing in this.
Hmm.
You can do what they refer to as component testing, which is in a way as close to unit testing that you can get in React. But no, so Cypress is end-to-end testing framework, and we are basically mimicking. Is that how you say it? Mimicking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mimicking. That's
the actions of a user.
yeah.
So that's the thing.
I think in this project we do have a few unit tests,
We
don't
have
we?
one unit test
We
for
have
the user
one
roles.
only poor little unit test all by itself.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we
Can't
use
even
Jest
remember
for
what
that.
it is.
That's in modules.
It's in modules, huh?
Right, user roles spec.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that looks like this, which actually, look, it's got describe blocks, it's got it blocks,
yeah,
very similar to what we're
yeah,
doing. But of course, this is a slightly different syntax.
yeah. So I think so since Jest comes bundled into a Create React app,
It sure does.
we picked the lowest hanging fruit. I'm not a great. I don't really have any opinion, but I usually set up Mocha and Chai if I'm gonna write my own unit tests. So that's what I do.
Mm, mm.
But if you the newer world, if you want to learn more about automated testing, you came to the right place
Yeah,
because that's what we do most of the time.
we will argue at length. But all right, so I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Let's just go back and think for a second, because now I have two segments that are successfully as a developer, and I think this doesn't apply to us because this is the test for if you can create a project or not. So I'm just gonna get rid of this whole block. Or should I say successfully as an artist here? That's a good question. I think I'm overcomplicating things. It's good to take things out. So basically, we have a few tests when they are not authenticated, and then they sign up as a developer, and then we expect them to be able to navigate after they sign up.
Mhm.
I just wanted to say we do need to add an actual test that should say something like is expected is expected to show a join project button.
Mhm.
And now, before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to just peek back at our actual story here, because this to me reads as like, I don't need when I'm doing this feature, I don't need any functionality for that join project
No.
button. I just need the button, right? We have another story. We have another feature which
Where you
says
actually
developer
join
can
the,
join a
yeah.
project, and in this one, we're going to do some functionality with the backend. But right now, we're just in the registration phase.
Yep.
So with that in mind, this is the only test I'm going to really add, and I'm going to do it by saying, I don't know, what should I call it? Join button, project join button.
Project join, project dash join.
Project dash join, that works for me. And then I can say should, I don't know, be visible.
Be
Is
visible,
that,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, I just formatted my code.
We can
That's why
also
we
say
went.
be exist or be, yeah.
Yeah,
Be
but
visible.
exist, exist will go green even if something has been turned to invisible, So I like visible because I think that covers both. Can we actually see it on the page, or do we need to scroll into view, and does it exist on the page?
Yep.
So it's narrower in scope, which we like. We like narrow scopes, right? Okay, that is the happy path for an unauthenticated user, and then we have a sad path where they're creating their account but they're getting an error. And I think I'm gonna want to keep that because we're getting a lot of free code here, and we can probably keep the same fixture file, don't you think?
Let's see, create account response error. Yeah, I think so. Let me just take
Let's
a
have a look,
quick peek at it.
because this is create account response error. It just says email has been taken.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep it.
So
Yeah.
so that's okay in my book.
It's a bit redundant, probably, because we already test for it. It's a bit.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. This would really slow us down with just the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would be testing the same functionality twice.
Yeah, don't.
We have now successfully argued ourselves into another deletion, which is great.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's fine because without touching the code, again, we're just writing tests. What I need to do is I need to add this to our imports. Well, okay. User can create developer account. Boink. And what I want to do is, of course, and I do have Cypress running in the background, but I have no interest in running all of them. I just want to run this new test, which should fail right away. But not for reasons that it actually failed now. Let me make this nice and big. Zoom in, enhance. I was hoping for a different error, but that's okay. So we actually failed now because it can't get the project one link because it doesn't recognize that we've been authenticated. And well, maybe that is good. Maybe that is exactly what we want, actually. So we're not going to get this error yet, but since I'm here, I'll just create the file. It already exists. How is that possible?
Well, hold on a second. I think you lost me somewhere. Why are we getting?
I didn't realize, but we already have this create account response for development account. We must have.
Because we are trying to, in the previous file, in the previous session, in previous feature, we were signing up as a developer and trying to create a project, and that wouldn't fly, right?
Well, that's great, because then I don't even need to create it. I can just do the same thing here. And actually, I think this is ready to be the very first commit of this feature. So I'll do a little git status. I, of course, need to do a git add because I have a new file, so I can't use the shortcut that I'm going to do right now, which is git ci-am. And I will say, oh, we can use some Gitmoji. How about that? Little test tube for, oh
Of
no,
course.
I don't want the refactoring symbol. It's this. Um, adds failing spec for creating a developer account. And then we'll do a git push
I'm just gonna
origin.
answer my phone. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah. While Thomas answers his phone, I will push this up to myself. I will create a
Sorry
pull
about that.
request.
All right.
Now it's all good. And here we go. I'm ready to, oh, it added that. That's annoying. We're going to create a draft pull request, so I'm not going to worry about putting work in progress here. It's going to Craft Academy. This is the upstream development branch from here. Okay, draft a pull request. Right. Yeah. Do you want to mess about with that a bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My fingers are itching.
Yeah. Just remember, come on, we can't afford too many more commits. So no, I'm kidding. We
No.
can afford
Few
as many as
commits.
we
As
want.
few commits as possible. All right. So we're just gonna go git checkout from a remote branch. So I pass in the T flag, Max, and he called it use
You
developer,
might need
right?
to, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You already
developer
fetched me.
account.
That's great.
Right, I fetched. And now I'm just gonna go over here, and I should be on that thing, and I should see a fading spec, I guess. Use the
Yeah,
current
but
developer account. Because we
right.
cannot. Yeah, and so yes, data identifier, right? Uh,
It's not seeing the read more, basically.
it does not see the read more. It does not see the read more. So projects. This is the one. Projects, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And why doesn't it see more? See. Current user, right? Uh, current user. We should have a current user. Why don't we have a current user?
Well, I think basically what we need to do is to create some programmatic rerouting that when there is no current user.
No.
Oh yeah, we probably need to. Should we have the user instead just click sign up? Because how we did it in the other spec is that, if you click the button, create a project, you are automatically brought to the sign up or sign in form. Now we need to decide.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I see what you do. Right,
yeah. So
right.
we can
No,
do
no,
two
no.
things.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, disagree with me if because I'm not sure I'm right here, but we either put a join a project thing in the nav bar, or or I'm not sure what we do. We just have them sign up right away. I don't know. Is there a third elegant way that mimics what we did for the
If we
artist?
stick to this setup,
Yeah.
if we stick to this setup, we could do something like this. I can always back out of this. I'm going to remove this if this ternary here.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? And I'm going to say on click
Mm-hmm.
on click on this little sucker would be
Wait,
a function call.
but now you have two on clicks.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna remove
Oh,
this. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove this, and then I just say handle click like this, and then I'm just
okay.
gonna add this handle click here, and I'm gonna condition what will happen. So I will just say if current user, then I will do what I did before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to pass in the project. Handle click, Do I have, yeah, project, right. Uh, right, handle click, there we go. Right, else,
Mm-hmm.
else, I will just say uh,
Ah,
navigate to auth, right?
very nice.
I can also dispatch this some message, right? I can dispatch the message first, right? So I can
Mm-hmm.
say dispatch, but we don't have a test for this yet, right? Or do we have something like you can't do that or something?
Not for this scenario.
No.
No, we don't.
Replace. Right. So let's try this, and let's see. All right, because that's a thing. Okay, so we need to rewrite the test a little bit.
We need to rewrite the test a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
because what I just did now, and I think this could be potentially okay-ish, right? So right, so we just need to get
Rid of
this
that.
out. Right.
Yeah.
Whoops. Why not?
Give it a reload.
Yeah. Reading data. What are you talking about? So we're getting error on this. What do we have in routes? Get post is out. What is he talking about? Uh, before each. What is he?
Wait, let me see that type error again. How does it say type error? I'm having a hard time reading it. It says reading data. So, and did did the actual intercept work? Was it called? You know how in Cypress it tells you, oh yeah, yeah, it worked. Auth was invoked one time.
So there's something wrong in the sign up here. In this.
Yeah,
Um,
it's going to be in the auth. Um, oh, I see, in the custom command.
yeah.
Hmm.
Right. Well,
Hmm.
okay, hold on.
Wait, 21.
Let's just run this one. Okay,
Yeah,
let's run one. I just want to see if this one is passing. A
yeah.
request method should equal post, and apparently it does not. View stack trace, handle submit, static is I don't know what's. Okay, let's check them because these kind of tests are was passing for us before. Let's see network. Let's
Yeah, reload.
yeah. Let's try this first. Projects, and we're doing this out, and it gets us 201 created, and we
Yeah.
got a response. We got everything here, so this is not a problem.
No.
Right. So okay. So that's we got a new follower with a handle that I just can't pronounce. But thanks for the follow.
Welcome.
Welcome. Uh, right. So type error post. So after the post, what is happening after the post? So we go to auth, sign up. So we're gonna set a debugger here,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna reload this guy. There we go.
All right, and you're inside the try block. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And data user is this, so we don't have a problem with this one.
No,
You
that
see,
looks good.
that looks good, right? Yeah. So let's step forward. Location, state. Ah, aha, because all right.
Oh yeah, we were using that schnazzy way of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right. And so because we're coming from, but that was just a way of storing where the user was coming from, right? Dynamically. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, we need to. I know what we need to do. I know. I got you. I got you.
All right, Sensei, show us the way.
Yeah, right. So yeah, but I can't remember. So was it like state, and then
Was
we
it
say
state? Oh
project?
yeah.
Is that what we
This has
do?
got to live in Project Create. If you look at, it looks messy.
Yeah,
Um, but if
let's see what we
it's
uh,
state project data dot project.
really.
Yeah. If you look at Project Create on line
Okay,
50,
project
on line
create.
60, sorry. It should,
Oh my, oh, now my computer is misbehaving.
well,
God damn it.
you
There we go.
treated unkindly.
You
That's
think
why.
so?
No, I have
Look,
no idea.
oh, he wants to visit something, but it's taking his time.
um, yeah. Frequent users of Cypress have probably at some point or another tried turning it on and off again, but that's not the issue here. I think
Yeah,
maybe we've overstayed our welcome.
no. I think he. But come on, you should. Oh, do I remove the debugger?
Wait, but did you change it to?
I just want to see what's up. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate when this shit happens to me.
Uh-huh. Um, yeah, you didn't do data.project on line 29. So it's project and then you got to set project to data.project, I think. But you
Right.
don't have
So
data there. Hmm.
okay, but I can't do anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
No, I don't
Oh,
think.
wait. Do we? You
You mean
do?
like this? You mean
Like
like
if you look inside of project create,
hmm,
for example.
online?
Oh, wait, on line 60. But now that I'm thinking about that,
Replace through state project add.
is that really the issue here?
No, no, no. Well, it was before we started to mess around. Look, let me just see if I can halt the execution here on auth, right?
Okay, yes, that makes sense.
Um, but well, jeez, I got lost. I'm sorry. It's else. Right. No, I want to set a debugger here. That's what I want to do.
Hmm.
That's what I want to do. And I want to reload, and I want this to halt execution before I lose my sanity here.
Hmm.
No, that was not what I wanted.
No.
That was not what I wanted. Let's just hit this. Okay, so let's remove this debugger, and we go to auth, and we go to. So this is to handle submit, and then we want to try right here. This is what I want to say. Debugger here. Right. I want to halt here. Let's try this now. Bum bum bum. He fills in. He sends this off. We are dispatching the current user, and now we want to say state an original route. Yeah, that's what I need. I don't need the project.
You need
I
location.
yeah, and we used this somewhere before. Sign up, protected route. There we go. Sign up, original route. No, there it is.
Well,
Navigate, original route, no location. Okay, so this is where we are. Whoa!
wow.
God, we created a mess, brother.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, because you can't do this. And the original route, because this is a protected route. Okay. So, okay. Let's have a look here in the app where we set the routes.
mm-hmm.
And this
Oof,
is
your
not a
poor
good time
computer.
for you, my computer, to give me hard time.
Yeah.
Right, this needs to be. Okay, we can't do it like this.
No, we can't do it like this. Yeah,
Okay,
okay, I got you too.
but now I can mimic this. I can't
Yeah.
move this, but what I can do is
Mm-hmm.
to wait for my damn computer to.
Yes, spinning beach ball of death. Oh yeah, I think you've crashed. No? Okay, you're back. You're back. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
And I don't even know if we're streaming at this point. If
Yeah,
there's
that's a
a
great
problem,
question.
you see. Okay, but anyway, path, original path would be location. Use location. So we have location, or do we? Yeah, we have location, and then so original path would be location. No, no. The original path will be this. This is where we want to go, not the current location from this one. This is where we want to go. Let's see, state data replay. Right. After this is done, we want to go to that particular view page for that particular project. Let's see.
That is what we wanted to have happen.
And so I don't have a, no debugger here, and hopefully a real path name. No, so okay, so this one is called path name. Shit, so we need to do this even original path name. So this needs to be
I see what you're
a
doing. Okay.
copy of how
Yeah.
that is behaving, even though
Mm-hmm.
we're not using that. And right. Okay, let's reload this guy and see what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and see if the debugger kicks in. And the reason why we're running into these issues, apart from my computer being slow and slow,
Mm-hmm.
is because we use that redirect. But now we have this. Hopefully, no, it's still under. What are you shitting me?
Did they fill out anything? Yeah.
What? Location, state, original path, path name. I have it. So yeah,
Yeah.
So this should now. What?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. Try throwing some safe navigation operators in there, and if not, like which
But it's so weird because I just got it. Right?
yeah,
Location,
but are we
state.
sure that that's the type error in question? Because I mean, state obviously is used in a myriad of places.
And what is? Okay, let's rerun this guy because it might be the
Yeah.
Set current user data, but we got the data here, so this one is passing. Line 49 is passing.
Mm-hmm.
Line 49 is definitely passing. So let's see. Right. Here we are. Okay, the debugger. And data is... Come on. You slow little... Oh. Data is the user, right? So that's totally okay. And location has path name and it has state, and we have original path and path name, and that should not be a problem. So right, Axios is working. That's right. So and now if I just release this guy, we're getting timeout. Okay, well, timeout. Okay.
Wait, so no type error?
I don't know. Doesn't feel like this, but because I did wait a little longer than I usually do. I just need to rerun this again. The following error from your application type error.
And it is reading data. So what else do we call data on?
Cannot. Before each hook, we're skipping. But so we are in the. But what damn sign up rows develop? Sign up. But hold on a second, I don't understand this now. Oh no, I do understand this. No, I don't understand this. let's set a debugger before we click the button, right? But why didn't he fill in everything? You see this? Shouldn't he be filling in?
Yeah. One would think so.
Right. It's gonna be one of those things that we're gonna end this stream on a bad note,
Yeah.
and we're gonna fix this like minutes after. But why is this? Right. Because he apparently, I mean, he's not clicking this guy, or is he clicking it? Get that? Yeah, he is clicking it, and that's when this is about. Okay, so let's put the debugger in the post auth. Let's go to auth, and we prevent default, and we set a debugger here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And why are you not running this again? Because why? There we are. And
Uh-huh.
we are
Yeah.
exactly where
What
we
we
should be.
expect to be.
Right. So we go step. Email is undefined. No, user email. No, sorry. That's okay. And password is undefined. What? Event target password. Why would this be undefined? That's so
Did
weird.
we change? No.
Yeah, so what's up? Right? Why would this? I mean, this is definitely defined. Password equals. You see this? This is a problem, right? Isn't it? But this shouldn't cause this error anyway. Okay, let's step forward for the password conf. Where are we?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's undefined just for a sec. Okay. You see, password is defined now.
Yeah. Also, the custom command doesn't take password conf.
It doesn't?
There's a well, there's a typo, but it shouldn't matter because it should just take the password if there is no if in the
Yeah. But now I'm getting email, password, and password conf. These are set
yeah,
now, right?
yeah.
So that's not a problem. And then we're pushing this artist into roles.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I just check roles, I should be good. Oh, come on.
It's so helpful.
Yeah. Oh, it's an empty array now, but if I just step forward one piece and I go to the console and I'm going to check roles now, it's still empty. Why not? Oh my god, are you shitting me? Roles is developer at this point. Okay. And so we're making this call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have, so I'm gonna, this is still undefined.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay, now it should be defined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good on this one,
We're
right?
good. Yeah.
Data user. So we're
Mm-hmm.
dispatching this user into application state. And now we have location, state, and we have everything we need. Do you see this?
Yeah.
No.
The errors.
Oh god damn it, it's called original path. I call it original path.
Okay. Good catch. I did not see that. Um,
Oh my god.
okay. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. What did we say
Oh.
at the beginning of the stream? Most errors are not interesting, but they are there. All right, all right, all right, all right. We're ending on a high note. Well, maybe.
higher than what?
Can you take me? Yeah.
Please, could you take my original
Yeah.
route? No, so is it route or is it path?
And now your computer is going to crash.
Yeah.
Good question.
It's route. It's gonna be route.
It is original
Could we
route. Yeah.
please get me another computer soon? Okay, and so we go back to out to sign up, and we remove the damn debugger. Where is that debugger? There it is. Okay, we go back here, we reload the damn thing, and we just
Yeah.
wait, and we pray to God.
Hmm.
Okay.
Good job. Very nice.
Right, so now when we are here at the very bottom, now we're on this.
Yeah, it's just you just ran the one that makes sure that it's actually a post request being sent off.
Yeah, so let's do this, right? This is the one we want to see on the be on the project's one thing. Yeah, but this doesn't look like that. Projects. Oh, is this the
Wait,
project? It doesn't say /1. Do you understand? I mean, I should. This is the project index page. This is not the show page. Anyway,
that's for
let's
tomorrow. I wonder if we're being navigated away by some clever piece of logic that you and I
yeah
added, but we'll sort that out. We'll
yeah
sort
let's
that
run
out.
the whole thing first.
Oh, we should see some red. Come on.
Yeah, this one is gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is redundant now because we should actually see that button.
Right.
But it should lead to another to the auth. So that's the only. Yeah, I think that we have some code repetition here. Anyways, we made it work a little. Oh shit! Oh, many tests. Oh, I'm running all the tests. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was wondering.
Okay. But I do not see this as an absolute win.
No.
I do not see this stream as an absolute win. We gain a new follower. That's good, and we hopefully got at least one user to dedicate himself or herself to automated testing, which is a win in itself.
Yes. And we had some nice moments with Node and deconstructing various objects. At
Yep.
least that felt good.
Yep. What we need to do is, and I'm trying to wrap my head around this, but you need this read button. See, we need to condition this rerouting to the project and adding and stuff to only be visible to users that are developers. So you see, we had this is artist question.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
probably need to add one that is called is developer, right?
Yeah, we do.
But I guess we can reroute them. We can show people even artists the project details, but they cannot join projects.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see about that. We have one test failing, and that is, or perhaps two tests.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. We'll get there tomorrow. We'll get there tomorrow. What I will do now, before we part way, is to say git status, and then git ci am, and I'm just gonna say rip redirects new user to where she originally wanted to go, right? That's what I did now.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Original route.
Yeah. In Swedish, we have this hen, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they is fine. even though it's not 100% grammatically correct, it's becoming the accepted usage.
Hmm. That's what we're gonna do. We have a PR. Right. This is old. I have to reload this. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. We probably want to rename this to
Yeah, we do.
what it's called in the project in the
Yeah.
tracker. Good stuff, folks. We've been at it for like an hour or 2 hours or whatever. So I think it's we my computer is really in need of a reboot and rest,
Hmm.
I guess. Uh, you and I see each other tomorrow morning, right?
We sure do.
And we probably gonna stream tomorrow before lunch, our time.
Let's do that.
EST.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
looking forward to it.
Yep. It's gonna be part 2. We're gonna sort this out. My head
Yeah,
need a rest. My computer need a rest.
ditto
All right.
and beer. Okay,
Thank you, guys,
good
for